Hi friends. If you click to check out my most recent, or one of my most recent, shopping shenanigans specifically from Giorgio Armani Beauty and Bobbi Brown, then please keep on watching. Hi, my name is Alicia. If it's your first time here, thank you so much for clicking on my video. And if you are returning, well, thank you for visiting me again. Kinky Sweat stands for my kinky hair and sweat life. I'm a fitness professional who loves things all movement and beauty. If you want to check out what I do in between the makeups, you can head over to my Instagram. I don't know what came over me, friends. I'm sure probably the same thing happened to you or not because you're smarter than me. Let me start with Giorgio Armani Beauty. At the time of ordering, they were running a 30% off site-wide sale. At the moment, they're only doing 20% off, which is something for sure, but for a luxury brand to do 30%, I thought that was pretty significant, so I jumped on it. The Armani Luminous Silk Concealer that I think had released already a few months prior to the sale, not so new anymore, but I held back on its initial release because quite frankly, friends, I was just too lazy to figure out what my shade match would be. And I already had the Power Fabric, understood. But from seeing some reviews, I felt that there was not a clean transition in terms of shade matching from Power Fabric to Luminous Silk. And they have 6.5, 5. It was just like, you know what? I want to put it to rest and revisit this. I had recently picked up the Giorgio Armani Neo Nude Natural Glow Foundation, not from Giorgio Armani Beauty, but from the Sephora sale. Fell in love. I've really been liking this foundation, and spoiler alert, it will be included in my May favorites. I saw the Neo Nude Fusion Powder on Sephora at the same time I saw the liquid foundation. Then I just said, hold on, friend, relax. Decided to hold off on this because although the description sounded intriguing, I was like, let me try the foundation first and then I'll think about the powder. As I just said, I love the foundation, and when I saw that Giorgio Armani was having 30% off, I then decided to jump on the Luminous Silk Concealer as well as the Neo Nude Powder. These items will be first impressions as I have not tried them yet until filming this video. I have all the rest of my concealers here on standby to do swatch comparisons and just to get my initial thoughts on the texture and the wear. To Bobbi Brown, I was not checking for Bobbi Brown for a very long time. This is from their most recent Endless Summer collection. 2 of the duos sold out, the highlighter sold out, and when I ordered these items, thank you to Pam. Pam is my bud that just lets me know what's going on with all these new releases because it's a lot to keep up with. One of the duos sold out. I'm like, should I get this? The FOMO was overwhelming. And I guess people are still checking for Bobbi Brown because more than half of her collection is sold out. So sorry, my nose looks red. I am blowing my nose in between several takes filming this video because allergies. But before Endless Summer was her Flower Girl NYC collaboration. I slept on that and I feel terrible about it because that highlighter powder, just the embossing on the powder looks gorgeous. And I'm disappointed that they didn't release the cream blush duos for the US market. They did for the Asian market, and I'm like, but we like cream products too. Maybe they'll change their minds. We'll see. I got the bronzer duo in medium and Telluride. The Golden Light and Antigua duo was sold out by the time I went on the site, as well as the Warm Glow highlighting powder. This is sold out as well. The packaging is gorgeous. It's lightweight. It doesn't feel particularly heavy. And I don't know if you can see there are mini or micro dots around to make this really beautiful design. The copper color is gorgeous, absolutely. In addition to those 2 items, I picked up the Crushed Oil Infused gloss in both Sun Kissed and Pink Sunset. So we have those to look at. And then I did a very odd thing. I bought a Bobbi Brown brush. It is their Precise Blending Brush that released with their Endless Summer collection. This for sure is synthetic. I could tell because the fibers look very shiny and it feels synthetic, but it feels really nice. And I was just intrigued by the shape. Like, it's $50 brush, fam. What is wrong with me? I was just like, put it in the basket. Just put it in the basket. Just put it in the basket, whatever. All timestamps will be down below, all right? So you could just skip over to whatever portion of the video you want to see. What is this doing? Let's start with the Bobbi Brown. I called it Endless Summer It's not what it's called. It is the limited edition Summer Glow collection. This is one of the duos that went on sale and again is currently sold out. It retails for $44 and you get 8 grams of product. Now, fun fact with Bobbi Brown. So you have the matte bronzing powder here on this side in the shade medium, and you have what Bobbi Brown calls the Illuminating bronzing powder. The Bobbi Brown line actually has 6 shades of the matte bronzing powder and I think 5 or 6 of the Illuminating bronzing powder. Now, although this is very pinky in tone, that's what they call the Illuminating bronzing powders. They have micro pearls in there, so it leaves a more luminous and radiance effect as opposed to the matte finish that the bronzer powders will leave behind. And so you get the tanning from the bronzing powder, and then you get more of like a flushed sun-kissed look from the Illuminating bronzing powders. Although they only limited the duos to these 4 shades, if you are deeper than me, there are more bronzer shades than the ones presented here in this collection. Unfortunately though, I don't know why they decided to just limit the duos to these 4 shades, but if you are thinking about still trying Bobbi Brown bronzers, you most certainly still can, and let us know down below if you tried their deeper shades, how they appear on you. This does have cornstarch, so stay away if you and that ingredient do not get along. So first we have medium, and this is just a medium brown shade, and Telluride is a warm mauve with a light shimmer. So I'm really curious to see how this looks as like a blush type. I feel it will look really nice just as like a sun-kissed, almost sunburnt look. The other duo is Golden Light and Antigua. I probably could have gotten away with that duo as well, but I think I was good to get the medium one. Now we have the highlighting powder. This retails for $48. It is currently sold out, and this is more of like a beautiful copper shade. Let me just, you're like too far away. This is described to be a warm gold glow. I think is actually more copper, and if you're a deeper skin tone, this will probably be a beautiful highlighter on you. If you are me or lighter, maybe a blush topper or like a cheek glow type of a color. The Crush Oil Infused Glosses, this is for $27 and this is Sun-Kissed. Sun-Kissed is a mid-tone pink, and Pink Sunset is a light pink nude. So I actually really love the shades of the oil infused. I actually don't use a lot of oil infused type of glosses. That's not true. The Viseart has like their oil lip gloss I think I really liked, so it'll be interesting to try these shades now. Let's quickly go over to Giorgio Armani. I ordered 2 of the Luminous Silk Concealers, and I think these could be it. I think I should have ordered 5. I ordered 6 and 5.5 because I do have 6 in the Power fabric. This is new and unopened because I bought this last year during one of the Sephora sales. This is still one of my favorite concealers. I know I have been using my other current favorites nonstop, but definitely still in the heavy rotation. But I don't know, friends. I think 6 looked like a little too olive, but we'll see the swatch. $38, 12 milliliters of product. The Power fabric is 6. So you get double the amount here than you do in the Power fabric. That's why I'm happy I scored these at $26 and not $38. And then the Neo Nude Powder Foundation. So unfortunately, I ordered this in 7. They sent me 5.5, which I was kind of disappointed at initially. However, this might work as like maybe a highlighter shade. This retails for $64 and I think I got this for like $48, something like that. It's a good deal. I originally wanted number 7 because I actually have number 8 in the liquid foundation. With my experience choosing the Shiseido powder shade, I end up having to go lighter than my actual shade in Citrine, which is my Shiseido liquid foundation shade. If I would have picked Citrine in the powder, it would have been way too dark. So I applied the same method to choosing this shade. 7 is medium skin with cool undertones, but they gave me 5.5, which is light skin with cool undertone. And I made sure it wasn't me because on my fulfillment list, it does say 7. So they sent me the wrong shade. But when I do swatch it, it could be something. We'll see. If you're wondering what it is a pure pigment powder that provides a radiant finish. The Neo Nude Compact can be used as a finishing powder to complete your no makeup look. Okay, see, that's why I thought maybe we could get away with 5.5. It could also be worn alone as a powder foundation with sheer coverage. Yeah, definitely sheer coverage. Upon contact, the powder combines with skin's natural tone, becoming one with the skin. Okay, the powder transforms into a veil-like filter, avoiding any harsh lines, smears, or caking. The Neo Nude Compact combines radiant finish of liquid foundation with the portability of a compact. It is the perfect glow product for the woman on the go or human on the go. Anyone could wear this. Powder foundations are traditionally formulated with white filler powder that cause light to reflect off the skin in photographs. The Neo Nude Compact contains pure pigments that eliminate this flash effect and leave your skin looking photo ready throughout the day. The outer packaging of the compact matches the shade inside. Hell. To blur imperfections, choose a shade that mostly closest your skin tone. Blend with sculpting powder or blush brush. Okay, to enhance definition in the face, choose a color 2 to 3 shades lighter to highlight and 2 to 3 shades darker to warm the complexion. The Luminous Silk Concealer is a multi-purpose concealer that highlights and conceals while providing 24 hours of hydration and comfort with medium buildable coverage and a flawless radiant finish. Okay, now once again, I ordered 6 and 5.5. 6 is medium warm undertone, a 5.5 medium neutral undertone. That's why I went with a 5.5. But I don't know right now, okay? I thought let's start off with the Neo Nude Foundation, right? I have number 8. You want to take a look at how that appears. This is pretty good match for me. So with that, I like to dab it around my face first. I have the Evie Daily SPF 30 UV Mousse on my skin as my primer, because ideally, or in a real life situation, I would apply my sunscreen before foundation, especially if going out during the day. Marc Jacobs Phase 2. I'm gonna press that into the skin. Please stay in focus, Mr. Camera. If I need more coverage around these portions, then I'll choose a smaller brush. For instance, my Fenty 180 concealer. Any leftover I have on the back of my hand, I take that smaller brush and press it on those portions that I need more coverage on. All right, let's try this concealer. I am very excited, nervous also. 5.5 looks like this. Ooh, why does that look so light? I feel it's just the glare. Because, man, that looks really light. And then 6. That might be better for me. I don't know why I chose 5.5. And to take a look at the Power Fabric number 6, it's significantly, I think it's just a shade darker, but maybe the same undertone, because I believe this is a neutral undertone as well. And here's my Dior 3N, definitely darker than number 6. Here's my Shiseido in 301. Still, I feel more neutral in undertone, and the Shiseido seems to have a little more yellow in there. And Pat, I think, is gonna look real yellow next to any of these. Yeah, absolutely. And definitely that upon the swatch just looks like the Pat has more coverage. All right, let's try 5.5 first. I'm gonna put it right here on the inner part. Oh my goodness me. That probably will be too light, or not. I think it looks crazy light on camera, but maybe when I blend it out, it'll be okay. That's not too bad. Okay, definitely medium coverage for sure. I feel that this is very lightweight, and it's not gonna be the concealer you would rely on to erase any activities from the night prior. Number 6 is a more reasonable shade match. It's a little more yellow, or I think this is supposed to be the warm undertone. Just so you can see how this applies with the sponge. I usually don't use sponges, but BK Beauty, thank you Lisa again for sending me a sponge. This is clean, so I needed to clean it. That's why I'm using it. Let us pounce this on. Oh, don't scratch. You'll regret it. I like that. I like that finish. It is very lightweight. Probably, I know this is a first impressions, but I can only assume this will be ideal for a no makeup concealer. And I say that because, for instance, the Neo Nude foundation with the Pat McGrath concealer could be a little intense in pairing, since the Pat McGrath offers up so much coverage and the Neo Nude I feel not so much. My under eyes will look crazy blocked out and the rest of my skin is like still peeking through. I think the 5.5 though is a little light. Maybe let's see here. I want to salvage this situation. What if I put the 5.5 as like a highlighter? I don't know, just to see what would happen. So if anything, I will use the 5.5 to add some highlight to my complexion, you know, because you don't have to rely on something shimmery or metallic to give you highlight. You could definitely use something matte or even luminous without the shimmer to give that effect. Now, I want to use this powder. I could only assume now, since it is 5.5, I can be successful in using this to set the concealer. Let us see if we can get away with that. I'm taking my Chikuhodo Z8 brush. I'm gonna take a little bit of 5.5. Interesting. And tap it. So I'm happy to report it did not change the color of the concealer. And also the finish still looks pretty luminous. It doesn't feel set either. This is a very interesting texture, friends. I'm processing, I'm trying to figure it out. I know I will have to report back, but yeah, I just wanted to try it. Going in with my Chikuhodo Z1 with the Neo Nude. I'm gonna place that all over the face. That didn't significantly lighten the Neo Nude in 8, but I feel maybe it just gave it a little more of a set. This is very interesting. I am so, I like it. I like it. I like it. It's not a traditional powder because I still feel some of the tack left from the Neo Nude in 8. Let me go in with my Chikuhodo F02. My buffer. Maybe if I wanted more coverage, I could pounce it on. This is a very interesting makeup product. It's not a powder, it's a powder foundation, but it's very light in coverage. And I'm so sorry that I did not mention this when going over the details. It does not have any fragrance, nor does the concealer. I like it. I'm glad they sent me 5.5 by accident because maybe the number 7 would have been a little too dark. And if so, I would have used it as maybe a contour or bronzer. I'm assuming contour since it said it had a cool undertone. I love the shade of the concealer. I don't think it looks too sallow under my eyes, although I will report back in the comments below because right now it is 12:53. So depending on how long I keep this on for, maybe I could detect any color change in the next 4 to 6 hours. And the compact itself is not bouncy, but it does have like a creaminess to it. The powder does anyway. And it does leave behind a luminous finish that's not shimmery or pearl-like in finish. It definitely leaves a radiance to the skin. And if you prefer that radiance, but you felt you could never find that in a powder formula, perhaps you could find it in the Neo Nude Compact. Now, I am dying to finally drop into the Bobbi Brown Duo. So again, this is medium in Telluride. And also, I messed up. I wanted to use this to blend out the foundation. Maybe we could use this for the powder. Oh, let's Get the medium on there. Oh boy, not bad. I definitely went too far forward with that application. Ooh, let me use the Bobbi brush with the Neo Nude Compact. I like the shade for the Bobbi. I don't think I've ever used a Bobbi Brown bronzer. I swatched it in store, but that was the extent of it. Now on this side with my reference number 5, I'm gonna get that on. I'm gonna go on this side again, just to kind of rectify that weird application that happened with the brush. I messed up, friends. I should have went in with the Bobbi Brown brush to apply the Neo Nude Foundation. I like the color. It's almost like it has a rosiness to it that I appreciate, because I don't like bronzers, despite its matte finish, to appear flat on the complexion. So I feel that this shade is quite nice in medium. Going in now with Telluride. This is an interesting shade. And I also wanted to mention, I don't know if Bobbi Brown always had this on their website, but with the purchase of $75 or more, you can create your own beauty kit. And with that, you get deluxe samples, or you get to choose deluxe size samples of skincare, of makeup. This is one of their shadows, and then this is one of their blushes. I also picked their cleansing oil, and they come in significant size. These are not like packet samples, like actual samples that I feel can last you more than a week, dare I say it, I guess, depending on how you use, in regards to the skincare at least. Z8. That packs a lot of punch, wow. This appears more pink than how it appears in pan, yeah? Like, don't you think the colors look a little dull in pan? But when I put them on the face, they appear just a touch brighter. Now with the warm glow. Let's see what we can use here. This is my Chikuhodo T6 brush. I want to place it lower because this shade not quite will appear like a highlighter on me, which is cool. You know, I got plenty of highlighters that look good. I applied it lower on the cheek, so I think this might have to be like a cheek topper, if you will. So with that said, I'm taking the warm glow, I'm just placing on the apples of the cheeks, and I think that definitely gives it a little more. Now here's the thing. Warm glow looks great when I turn this way, but then you kind of see a darkening here, because I think this actually has more depth than described. I mean, this, dare I say, belongs a little closer to my the hollows of the cheeks. So if you are my skin tone, this might have to be something you put in the hollows of your cheeks. Definitely not on the cheekbones, definitely not on the actual apples of the cheeks, because you see here how there's like a darkening and I look burnt. With that said, I'm gonna have to go in with some reinforcements. Let's see what I got. I got my Z9. I want to see if I could buff away some of the warm glow. Maybe we could shear it down so it doesn't look so heavy on the apples of the cheeks. Anything, I will have to apply the warm glow here. Yep. And although it's a shimmer, it doesn't look too textured on the face. So if you wanted something more illuminating for your bronzer, if you're my shade, then you could probably use the warm glow for that purpose. But if you're not into that application technique, then I would just skip it, even if it comes back in stock. Right now it's not in stock, so you don't have anything to worry about. If anything, I'll take the Bobbi Brown highlighter I bought over the holiday when it went on sale. This is Golden Hour. I'm sorry I'm showing this. It's no longer available. But this is a beautiful highlighter. We'll even out what's going on this face. Better. Just going again over everything. I don't know about you, fam, but this is kind of, I feel like it's bothering me on camera that there's a little too much depth on the cheekbones, but I think it's okay. I think we buffed down some of the warm glow away from my cheekbones so it doesn't look oddly muddy there on my face. Pounce this on, maybe that's a little better. Or I could just apply more Telluride so it could appear more pink. There we go. I think that offsets some of the warm glow. Perfect. On the eyes, I don't have any eyeshadow from this recent little mini shop haul I did. I am going to put the Hourglass Veil Eye Primer. I used this for the first time during my live last night. I like it for everyday priming because it's not as pigmented as the MAC Paint Pot, but it's something I could put on my lid just to kind of take away the oiliness and some of the discoloration that occurs naturally. So even just for like a no makeup lid prep or just a no makeup lid primer to wear with nothing on there, I actually really like it for that purpose. Let's go in with some of the medium. I'm gonna pull that across the crease with my SMG34. And now, why not? Let's take some of the warm glow. I'll use my finger and apply that on the lid. I think that's a really nice shade to wear on the lid. It's expensive to buy a highlighter just to wear on your lid, absolutely. But as we experimented with the complexion or the cheek part of our routine, now I know where to apply this highlighter. Gotta apply it more like a radiant bronzer. But that's actually a really nice color to wear on the eyes. And paired with the medium bronze shade, not too bad. And pulling the highlighter shade under the lash line. All right, not too bad. We're getting our summer look together. Last but not least, let's try these oil infused crushed glosses. This is in the shade Pink Sunsets. I like that. It's not milky. It actually just puts a really nice pink tint on the lips, and my lips were particularly dry. I do feel there's some stick to them. They don't feel, I do feel the oil infused properties of the formula, but it has a little more body than, let's say, the Viseart. I feel the Viseart has more slip to it, but this isn't a bad color. I really like it as just like a standalone lip infused, oil infused, I cannot get this word right, oil infused lip gloss. And now in with Sunkissed. This actually takes on more of my true lip color and it has a little more depth to it, but it does give like the lips a nice rosy tint. I'm just putting the pink on top. See what that does when two shades are mixed together, and that definitely lightened it up. So if you happen to have both, then great. And they layer nicely together. They don't feel heavy or goopy. I could feel more now the oil infused feel of this formula, but it doesn't feel so slippy that I feel it's going to bleed over my lip line or just get all over. That's actually quite nice. I like the combination of the two. I'm gonna put on a little mascara. I feel like my eyes are a little naked. I just had to blow my nose, but I do want now to give this Bobbi Brown brush a chance. I am applying a little more of the Neo Nude on my nose. Oh, I like that. Oh, I have to now use this to apply my foundation going forward. Oh, stay tuned on that. And here's a finished look, fam, with all the products that just came in today. I have to say, I love how everything looks. I'm still formulating my opinion on this Neo Nude Compact. I like the texture. I guess I'm just figuring out what its role will be in my makeup routine. Obviously, it could be my standalone powder foundation, or it could be my finisher as the subscription suggested. And why not? Let's just go over everything one last time with the Neo Nude. I think it leaves a really nice finish on the skin. It's super lightweight. Definitely do not expect coverage from this product. It's more so for radiance, it's for blurring, again, finishing, maybe adding a little more radiance to your liquid or cream foundation. I'm very happy they sent me 5.5 because maybe 7 would not have been ideal for an all over shade, but 5.5 definitely is, especially paired with number 8 from the foundation. I like the Luminous Silk Concealer. I like the fact that it is lightweight in coverage and not very aggressive in that respect. I feel very comfortable pairing this with my lighter coverage formulas, and perhaps this will be my go-to for the summer season. Maybe I'll use less of the Pat McGrath depending on the coverage I decide to wear that day. I think the color match is good. Is it dead on, dead on? I couldn't tell you. I will have to try on. You know what? I'm thinking. I don't think 6.5 would have been good. Maybe that would have been too deep and it would have kind of dulled down the under eye area. 5.5 is a little light to wear on its own, I would say, and perhaps only good to mix with the 6. Apply the 6 first. 5.5 on the very inner parts of the under eye. I liked what it did there on the cheekbones just to give a little more highlight with that shade. I love the Bobbi Brown Duo. I really love these colors. I think they definitely appear a little more color rich on the skin than how they appear in a pan. The highlighter powder, I mean, I can't use this as a highlighter and that's fine, right? I'm very happy to report that someone else can definitely use this as a highlighter. I think the texture is amazing. It's very smooth despite it being a highlighter. But again, this is something I will have to wear as like a bronzer on me. A more of a radiant finish bronzer or a bronzer topper, if you will, like we do sometimes with blush over whether it be the medium duo from Bobbi Brown or another bronzer from my collection. And I like the lip gloss a lot. I like the lip gloss a lot. It makes my lips feel smooth. I love the color. I like how it's not super pigmented, and if you decide to apply more, it doesn't feel heavy or goopy on the lip. All in all, I'm happy with this look. I am. I think I want to try these products more, compare them with my other shades. I'm sorry I did not compare my Bobbi Brown bronzer shade to other bronzers in my collection. Let me know if you picked up anything from the Bobbi Brown summer collection or the Giorgio Armani Beauty, whether it's the sale going on or the sale going on before. I would love to know. And until then, fam, that is a wrap. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope this video helped. And if you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and maybe consider subscribing to my channel. And until then, I'll see you on here again with another review, tutorial, mini haul, and I should not be having any of these because I need to stop spending money. Get ready with me or nightly live chit chat. Take care, and I will see you again soon.